What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So yesterday we did a rebuild in the LeBron era with the Portland Trail Blazers, and we are back in the LeBron era once again. As today we'll be doing the Golden State Warriors with a young Stephen Curry back when they also had Monte Ellis paired with them. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 50,000 subs. As you guys know, 2K25 drops next week. So we're just kind of doing these MyEras rebuilds, probably sticking in LeBron era for the most part. And then once 2K25 drops, you guys know we'll be all over that. But let's take a look at this Warriors roster. So I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't look like in the LeBron era that this team is very filled out. I could be wrong. I don't know exactly who Steph's teammates were back then. I could have done the research, but I didn't. But a lot of these guys look kind of auto-generated, but I could be wrong, I guess. But it doesn't really matter, because as long as we have Stephen Curry and, Monte Ellis, I think that's all that truly matters. For year number one, we should be insanely bad. I believe this is obviously the year they got Klay Thompson in the draft, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Klay Thompson's in the draft in this draft class. So we're gonna, of course, simulate year one. I expect this team to be pretty bad, but you guys all know they eventually chose between Stephen Curry and Monte Ellis, almost trading away Stephen Curry, if I remember correctly. But they end up trading Monte Ellis to Milwaukee for, I believe, Andrew Bogut. So I guess we could probably do that in the offseason, or we could keep Monte Ellis. Like, we could go either way with this, so it really doesn't matter that much. The only other thing I want to look at was the shot tendencies. So, of course, since this team doesn't really have a lot of options, I need Stephen Curry to be Stephen Curry. We know how good Steph became, so let's make sure he becomes that again. So, Monte Ellis, I wanted to score the ball a lot, too, because I want to boost up his trade value. Let's just go ahead, simulate year number one with this roster. I'm expecting to be pretty damn bad. But obviously, once we get in a lottery, that should be important. I believe we'll be a lottery team anyway. I can't imagine this team will be good, but I guess I could be wrong. But let's just go ahead and see how year number one goes with this Warriors roster. Today's video is brought to you by two softwares designed to help you beat the sports books and become a much profitable sports bettor. We're starting on Daily Grind Fantasies Optimizer. So if you play on apps such as Prize Picks, Underdog, or any other of those popular DFS apps, having a tool like this is insanely clutch. So if we take a look at the board right now, recording this in the morning at the moment, trying to see if we can find anything. So as you can see, we got a nerfy. If you know what that means, it means no run first inning. As you can see on the Twins and Braves game, you got an under nerfy. You got a bunch of books, kind of juicing the under a little bit. Not the best play in the world. Not a lot of great plays on the board, but I guess if you look at esports, you find major discrepancies like this all the time on David. Under 34.5, you got underdog at 32.5. Another tool I absolutely love is OddsJam's Positive EV tool. Now, unfortunately, right now, nothing is popping up on the filters I run. But if we go to recommended filters, this should pop up in just a millisecond. Not a millisecond, obviously, but it'll pop up in just a second. A bunch of plays that kind of focus on traditional sports books, such as FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM. As you can see, we got a couple things. So, New York Yankees run line -2.5. As you can see, at +120. You'd be getting your best possible odds on BetMGM. It wouldn't make any sense to go to FanDuel and bet it at +100 when you get a much better price at +120. So make sure to check out OddsJam and DGF. Both links are in the description below. You get a percentage off when you use my code. And if we look at Prize Picks as well, if you're not signed for Prize Picks, now is a fantastic time. They get a bunch of free squares. I believe they have one on college football as well. Yeah, so there's a free square on college football, a free square on NFL. There's so many things to take advantage of right now when it comes to Prize Picks. So make sure to check out Prize Picks. Link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables to match first deposit. They offered up to $100. All links to, access any of these things I just showed you are in the description below. On that, let's get back to the video. LeBron James wins MVP. Blake Griffin is your Rookie of the Year. Manu Ginobili, Sixth Man. Dwight Howard, Defensive Player. Jordan Farmer, Most Improved. And Eric Spoelstra, Coach of the Year. And Jason Taylor is Jason Taylor, I believe that said. And here's your All-NBA team. So, doesn't look like we get anybody on here, but you got All Defensive First Team and All Defensive Second Team, All Rookie First Team, and All Rookie Second Team. We do get Jeremy Lin making it, which I guess is fun. But unfortunately for us, I was kind of hoping to be bad, but we end up being the 8th seed. I think that probably has something to do with me boosting Curry's shot tendency. But I mean, if this team right here with the roster we have, kind of support around Steph and Monte Ellis is already, getting in the playoffs, I think we have a really good thing going for us in the future. So they're all right, average 16 as well. We had Vladimir with 9 and 6. I can't imagine we go very far in these playoffs, but I guess it's cool that we even got here. We'll have a pretty bad draft pick in this draft class, which sucks. I would have loved to have had a lottery pick, but hey, the fact we made it, I guess, is okay. So that is kind of an unfortunate start to the video. I would have loved to have just been a lottery team, but Chicago with Derrick Rose goes on to win the finals, and he gets finals MVP. So here are our retirements. A lot of guys retiring here, as you can see. Let's go to historic changes, and let's check this out. I think we already kind of know what's going on. So luxury tax, Wizards and Knicks changing their logos and stuff. Okay. So we should have the 15th or 16th pick, I imagine, and we are going to end up with 17, actually. So 1 goes to Kings, Raptors 2, Jazz 3. Okay, so let's go to staff signing. And low-key, I honestly would not mind potentially trading Monty Ellis to get a draft pick in this draft. Like, that might be what we do. Maybe get a good player and a draft pick, if that's possible. He just had a damn good season. And I think trading him right now would probably be kind of worth our time. But I'm going to see what all of our options are. I kind of want to trade into this draft and get somebody out of this draft. That way Steph has a young player to be paired with going forward. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now. So let's go ahead and check out what that could look like. And I'll see you guys if we have a trade in mind. So unfortunately, I could not find a trade for Monty Ellis like I wanted to, but on draft night, we ended up taking Tobias Harris. We get this guy in the second round, but of course, he's not a real player. So we're just going to go ahead and sign Tobias Harris to his contract. So we get Tobias Harris on draft night, which feels solid, but obviously I was looking to get a lottery pick for Monty Ellis. Just did not work out that way. But now we go to draft, or sorry, not draft night anymore. We're in free agency now. So we do have a little bit of money to spend if we want to go ahead and use it. So we got like a young Wilson Chandler who's restricted we could throw an offer at. You got like Jamal Crawford, OJ Mayo, who's out here. You got Shannon Brown. So there are some young players we could throw some money at. So we might look into that. But I'm once again still going to be looking into trading away Monty Ellis. So we get Tobias Harris, which is fun. We'll probably slide him to small forward already, just play him there. So he'll be a really good role player, I think, next to Stephen Curry for the foreseeable future. But he's not really a star player we're obviously looking for. So Monty Ellis, if I can find a good return for him, that's kind of where I'm at with this. So that's where we're going to start with things. So let's just try once again to see what we can get from Monty Ellis. If we can't find anything, maybe we just go into the season with them again. Boris Diaw on a first-round pick. Evan Turner and Lou Williams is interesting. We get a couple young guards from Monty Ellis, but I don't know. Evan Turner obviously never ended up being like that great. Bogut, we could do the trade that kind of happened in real life. Lou Alding, Harrison Varejao, Jermaine O'Neal, Nate Robinson, DeAndre Jordan is interesting. Rudy Gay, 24-year-old Rudy Gay, I don't mind. Mike Miller, Mecca Okafor, 2 first-round picks, so 1 next year and a top 3 protected in the very next after that. I kind of like this trade a lot, not going to lie. Gallinari in a first-round pick, a young player, don't mind that at all. Ty Lawson, Ranger, just a little bit too old on Steph's timeline. Michael Beasley, Wesley Matthews, and JaVale McGee. Okay. I kind of like this trade with, we could do this trade with the Knicks or we could do this trade with the Kings. So we are in fact going to do this trade with the Sacramento Kings. We're going to be, kind of reventing it a little bit. So Daryl Wright's going to be included as well. That's what they counter offered me with. So I'm getting a 2012 unprotected first, a top 3 protected 2013. Omri Caspi is a nice young player to get in return, and Nick Gordon is just a throw in. So it does suck to trade Monty Ellis and Daryl Wright, but I feel like this is the best trade to possibly do. We're basically going all in on that 2012 draft class. I imagine we're not going to be very good outside of Stephen Curry. Like, we just traded away our second best player, and now we kind of have, a weird looking roster. But we do also have some cap space, I imagine, that just opened up for us just a little bit. So we could go sign another player, and maybe we end up, being good next year because of whoever we get in free agency, which I think mostly we need to go for a big man, although maybe we tank enough for Anthony Davis next year. But yeah, we're probably going to be pretty bad. That's kind of what I'm banking on, is being a bad team and just going all in that 2012 draft class. So Yao Ming, Kendrick Perkins. I mean, as far as who I want here, I guess Greg Oden's interesting, but I think getting Kendrick Perkins, I guess, is okay. He's kind of a young player, 26 years old. He's pretty cheap as well. So I'm going to go for Kendrick Perkins here to be just a big man presence there for now. Is there anybody I want to sign in free agency? We don't really have a starting shooting guard either, but we have a power forward. We'll have a center once we sign that. So starting shooting guard next to Stephen Curry, potentially a bench player next year. I guess we can go like OJ Mayo or Shannon Brown or Flalo or anything like that. Maybe even a Corey Brewer. But give me OJ Mayo. I guess I'll go with him. So we'll give him a 3-year deal. It'll be good depth. So OJ Mayo and Kendrick Perkins are going to be the 2 guys we sign this offseason. Jeremy Lin, I assume, might have a restricted free agency offer. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, next year we're going to be bad, which I expect. And then 2012 is where we're hoping to have some really good picks in that draft class. So Steph's up to a 90, which is fantastic. You got Caspi, OJ Mayo, Kendrick Perkins, Harris all going up, which is great. Yeah, kind of expecting to be bad. That's kind of what I'm banking on. So Monty Ellis, trade him away along with Darrell Wright. We're going to try to tank this season. And once we get in that 2012 draft class, hopefully we can get like a really good pick and get like Damian Lillard or Anthony Davis to pair with Stephen Curry for the rest of this video. So at the end of year 2, Dwayne Wade wins MVP. Rookie of the year goes to Klay Thompson in Utah. Hickson, 6th-man defensive player, goes to Tim Duncan. Dragic, most improved, and Tom Thibodeau, coach of the year, and Jacob Park is your executive. So this whole new offseason is about to be a ton of fun. So I won't lie to you guys, the team was better than I wanted it to be, so I went ahead and, hey, Steph, you're out for personal reasons. So I wanted to be a lottery team. He was averaging 32 points per game. So Stephen Curry, we're not going to do this anymore, but I just really wanted to go all in on this 2012 draft class. And we ended up still being a lot better than I would have initially wanted, but yeah, we got to put Steph out for the season for personal reasons because the team was just doing a little too good. And we need the young talent. We tanked the night away. And we're going to see where our pick ends up. Now, Sacramento, as I'm seeing, did not make the playoffs, which is a great sign. Hopefully, they were worse than us. Sacramento was worse than us. So we should walk away with 2 lottery picks, which is awesome, which is what we wanted. Hopefully, one of them jumps up and we get lucky. If not, we'll probably do a trade-up scenario because we need to walk away with one of those talented players. So Jason Kidd, Grant Hill, Ben Wallace, and Eric Dampier all retiring. So let's just go ahead and get straight to the lottery. So here's your historic changes, but draft lottery. This is going to be important. We need to have a great offseason here as far as lottery is concerned. So we are projected number 9. Wait, do we not have our draft pick? Did I just sell badly? So we don't even have our pick. Is that what I'm seeing right now? Wow, what am I doing? I didn't even realize that was the case. Wow, okay. Well, did I trade it or was it already traded? I don't know, man. I'm stupid as hell, I guess. So, number 8. And then do we get to keep our pick? It doesn't look like via Sacramento, and it looks like our pick. Where did our pick go? Or no, we do have our pick 8 and 10. Okay, so we have pick 8 and 10 in this draft. I think we got to try to trade up. So whatever, I guess our pick was protected in Brooklyn, which is nice because obviously if we didn't have that, that would really suck. So 8 and 10, we're going to go ahead and see if we can move up because 8 and 10 is not going to cut it for me in this draft. We need to move up if possible and try to get somebody good. So I'm going to go for Mr. Jerry Sloan, I guess, to be our new... Nope, just kidding. He's going to say no to that. So we need a new head coach in town. I guess we can go Doug Randolph. Doesn't have any badges, but his grades are really good. So Doug Randolph is going to be our new head coach. We're about to get Stephen Curry some help. Whether that's AD, I would preferably want to get Anthony Davis in this draft class. That's what I'm going to try to do. So if we just kind of stuck with our guns and what we could get. So yeah, so AD, Beal. Obviously, I want to walk away with either Dame or Anthony Davis. That's like really what I want to walk away with. So if we can move up to number 2, I think that'd be ideal. So we got Denver at number 2. So let's see if we can talk to Denver because I did not want to just, not have one of those good players, coming to us. So Denver for 8 and 10. And then we probably have to trade our, pick next year. Or I guess that's Sacramento's pick. Our pick is gone next year. So let's trade our 2015. And you want this guy who is making a ton of money, but let's just see if they would do that for that. So this to move up to 2. They don't agree to it right away. Okay, what about a second thrown in? And boom, that's all it took. So we move up to 2. So we're either getting Damian Lillard or Anthony Davis. So let's see who falls to us. I preferably want Anthony Davis, but it is going to be Damian Lillard. So welcome to... That's not MKG. What on earth is going on there? But welcome to Golden State, Damian Lillard. So we are pairing Damian Lillard and Stephen Curry together, which is fantastic. Now, we need to get some really good defense around these two guys, but I'm just happy we walked away with one of these two guys because that's who I wanted. It's funny that MKG has a better overall than Dame in this draft class. That's wild. But welcome regardless, Mr. Damian Lillard. So, Humphreys we're going to decline. Stephen Curry, Caspi we're going to accept. And then qualifying offers, not worried about either of those guys. So, Dame and Steph is a lot of fun. We should have a ton of money to use, which is nice because we definitely need to use this money to do something. And we also need to get rid of this guy as well. So we're going to trade Ronald Turner's money out of here to get something in return for him because he's just and this guy, they're just making too much money. So if I have to throw a couple seconds, the Portland Trailblazers want him for 2 seconds. Sure, sign me up. We dump some money there. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to trade Nick Gordon away as well. If the Celtics want him for 1 second, we'll do that. So we dumped the money there. Steph and Damian Lillard, of course, are going to be moving one of them to shooting guard. Probably just move Damian Lillard there. So the backcourt's going to be extremely small, which is why we need to make sure we get, some good defenders around these two guys, preferably a good center who can lock up. So Dame is going to go to shooting guard and he goes up. So Damian Lillard and Stephen Curry as our backcourt is a ton of fun. These guys should be damn good together, so I'm excited about that. OJ Mayo as the backup, which is fine. Tobias Harris is 3 right now, and then Kendrick Perkins. So I think if we can fill out the rest of the roster with center, power forward, and small forward, that's what I want to do. That's what we're going to try to look for and see if we could take advantage of that in free agency and get a bunch of guys who would fit great next to Dame and Anthony. Or sorry, I keep saying Anthony Davis, Dame and Stephen Curry. So I've made 2 offers. I don't know if these guys will get matched or not. So I'm going for Nicholas Batum and JaVale McGee. I don't know if they'll be matched. I'm offering these guys, and neither one of them are matched. We're going to be walking with McGee and Batum, which I think is fantastic. So two guys that can defensively are going to help out a ton. So Batum and McGee, love that a lot. Obviously, McGee with his shot blocking, and then Batum, who has always been a decent 3-and-D player. So I really like that addition a lot. So now we need to look at what else we can get. So is there any power forwards we can still afford? Now, it looks like we can. So we still have some money to go after a really good power forward. Now, Kevin Love was here, but I don't think he's here anymore. So Boris Diaw is interesting. Jermaine O'Neal. We got Julian Wright, but nobody that really sticks out to me so far. Now, if we could get Gallinari as well on this team, that'd be pretty solid as well, having him and Batum as our forwards with Dame and Steph. And then, I like that a lot. So now, unfortunately for us, we don't have enough money for that. I'm going to offer it, and he says no. So Gallinari not going to be something we can pull off, unfortunately. So power forward, Michael Beasley's here as well. 18 points per game last year. But I think we probably just have to settle on, I mean, back then spacing wasn't as important. So I guess we could go for like a Greg Oden or something and play Greg Oden and, JaVale McGee down low, or Robin Lopez or something like that. That could be pretty interesting. Like I said, spacing back then wasn't really as important. So I kind of like the idea of that, Robin Lopez or Greg Oden. I think we're going to go for Greg Oden. I don't know if he'll accept this, but we're going to go for him and see. So we'll have two guys we had in yesterday's video, I guess. But out of all the options we could go for right now, I mean, Greg Oden would probably be the best option to go for, I guess, at this point. So I'm going to sign Greg Oden to play power forward next to JaVale McGee. So that is kind of exactly how I wanted the offseason to go. So that's kind of an interesting team we've thrown together. McGee would go down. Oden would stay the same. So we're going to move Oden to power forward, which he has probably no business playing anyway. But may we eventually trade him, but I just wanted to give ourselves the best possible chance to be a competitive team this year. That way, we don't want to waste Stephen Curry's time anymore. So, player progression, you got Steph up to an 84, Batum 84. Sorry, Stephen Curry up to a 94. Caspi's up, which I didn't expect him to jump up that much, which is nice. So, I guess Greg Oden, in theory, could just be the backup 5, and Caspi could just be a starter. I mean, he's developing really well. Did not expect that. Dame is up because we moved him around, and then Steph and Kendrick Perkins are up as well. So, we'll figure it out. We definitely have some options to trade at the deadline. I think we could trade Greg Oden or McGee if we really wanted to. It probably wasn't necessary to sign Greg Oden. I didn't expect Caspi to develop that much. So I feel like I've made a few mistakes in this video, but the ultimate goal, of course, is to win a championship. So as long as we're able to do that, I think we'll be just fine. So here's your rotation going into the season. It's Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard, Nicholas Batum, Omri Caspi, JaVale McGee, Greg Oden, OJ Mayo, Kendrick Perkins, and Tobias Harris is your rotation. So I like that a lot. I like what I'm looking at. Now, I want to see what Damian Lillard's shot tendency is out of the draft. It is a 88, so he should be pretty good right away, which is what we need. So hopefully Steph and Damian Lillard can just absolutely kill it together and make this team a championship team right away. I feel like we have a possibility of that potentially happening, but as long as we're just a good playoff team, that'd be great as well. At the end of year number 3, Derrick Rose is your MVP, averaging 35 points per game. Anthony Davis on the Raptors really wanted him on this team, but he wins Rookie of the Year. Jordan Farmer is your 6th man. Dwight Howard, defensive player. Dante Green, most improved, and Tom Thibodeau is your coach of the year. So here's your NBA first team. We do get Stephen Curry making it, which is fantastic. He averaged 31 points per game. Love that for him. And then All-NBA second and All-NBA third. All its first team and all defensive second team. So that's fantastic to see as well. And here's our all-rookie first team. So Damian Lillard makes it, averaging 21 right out of the gate, which is kind of what we wanted. So it kind of replaces exactly what Monte Ellis was doing, but we've added, of course, Omri Caspi with that and opened up a lot of money, which is nice. And Damian Lillard is a fraction cheaper at the moment. So take a look at the player stats. Here's what it's looking like. So you got 31 from Stephen Curry, 21 from Dame, 13 from Omri Caspi, 13 from Batum, 10 from McGee, 10 from OJ Mayo, and 9 from Greg Oden. So I decided not to make any moves at the deadline because the team was just doing damn good. So I figured it'd be kind of dumb if we did anything. So I just kept the team the way it was because things are going well right now. We're the first seed in the West, as you guys can see. I don't know if we'll win a championship this year, but it'd be pretty cool if we did at 62-20. Now we get to play Denver. So Denver, we traded, of course, with them. So in that draft class, they have Ty Lawson and Flalo Dunleavy, but they got Dwight Howard in free agency, so shout out to them for that. So they drafted, it looks like, maybe Jeremy Lamb at pick 8, and who they get at 10. So pick 10, maybe Myers Leonard. Yeah, so it was Myers Leonard and Jeremy Lamb. So 9 times out of 10, I would have much rather walked with Damian Lillard than those two guys, so I'm glad we made that trade with them. So now, we do get to play Dwight Howard in round 1. That's a little intimidating, not going to lie, but hopefully we can take care of them. So, it's going to be an even series so far, and now it's time to see if we can win this game 5 in Golden State. We got to take advantage of this one. It does suck to match up against Dwight Howard in round 1, not going to lie. Obviously, this is prime Dwight Howard back in the day. It looks like we're going to win game 5 at the very least. Now we just got to win game 6, and we move on to play Minnesota, who I assume kept Kevin Love via free agency. He was a free agent. I consider signing him. decided against it. He was worth a lot of money, and I figured Timberwolves were going to match it anyway, and we are going to beat the Nuggets. So we get rid of Dwight Howard, and now we get to play, I assume, Kevin Love, like I said. So it is Kevin Love. They have Luke Ridnour, Beal, who they drafted. I like that draft pick for them. I would have considered him as well, but I'm, much. And they got MKG, so I guess they had 2 picks. Once again, that's not MKG, but whatever. Kevin Love, Enes Kanter, Sean Livingston, Corey Brewer, Daquan Cook, Carl Landry. Not a bad team in Minnesota by any means. Hopefully we are better, but we'll see what happens. So game 1 goes to us. Game 2, we are up 2-0. So far, so good. But they could even it up here. They don't, though. And now we are going to play the ultimate test, which is the Oklahoma City Thunder. So OKC, of course, always a tough get. I mean, they got Zebo and Free Agency. They got him in yesterday's video, too, which a little unfortunate, but here goes nothing. So game 1 goes to them. Game 2, we even it up. The fact that we could maybe beat this team would be kind of wild. Obviously, playing Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and Harden is just a very tough matchup. But for whatever reason, we do have a chance. I believe with Stephen Curry, on our team, we have any chance to beat anybody. And we are going to even this series up. So we are not done just yet. We got to win this game 5. This would be a massive win if we could get it. So game 5 in Golden State. See if we can beat the Thunder here. If we don't blow this lead, we did win game 5, and we did. So, for whatever reason, we have a chance. I didn't think we'd have a chance, but we might end up beating this Thunder team to go to the finals. But this is going to be a close matchup. This one's an OKC. It's going to be back and forth as it can be. And it looks like this is going to be a very close game down the stretch. But we have the lead right now. As long as we don't blow it, we are going to the NBA Finals, Damian Lillard's rookie season. Now, it is a 3-point game, so I think we should probably jump in and watch the rest of this, because this could be insane. So we're going to watch and see what Steph does. This is an OKC. All right, so here we go. Stephen Curry, we got the ball. We're up 3 at the moment. Let's see. So we're going to give it to Steph. Back to Damian Lillard. So Dame's going to have the ball. See who's going to... So Steph's going to... Caspi gives Dame a screen. Going to give it to Caspi. Caspi's going to pass it out to Howell. Who is Howell? I don't even know who that is, to be honest with you. So Howell back to Dame. Damian Lillard. Somebody must have fouled out. So Omri Caspi. Damian Lillard's going to have to shoot up something. It's not going to be a good shot. He's going to miss it. So that's not a good possession. We got to get a stop. Ford has the ball for the Thunder. Let's see if we can get a stop here. If they hit a 3, it is a tie ball game. So you're going to give it to Russ down low. If you want to take a 2, that's totally fine with me. Russ almost runs out of... Okay, if you want to go ahead and have Ibaka shoot a midi, that's fine. James Harden shoots it over Dame. He's going to sink it, of course. 7 seconds left on the clock. Why wouldn't he? Even with the hand in his face, the Thunder tied this game. So 123 to 123. That really sucked. But we have 7 seconds to, this is going to go to T still. We have 7 seconds to... Dude, part of me wants to take over. But do I do that? Nope. We're just going to watch what happens. Okay. Damian Lillard's going to get the ball. Greg Oden, screen him. Nope. James Harden. Dame's going to shoot a mid-range. Wide open. He hits it. That's what I'm talking about. So glad I didn't jump in. 125 to 123. That was really bad defense by Harden. But there is still 1 second left on the clock. And they could still tie this up or take the lead if they hit a 3 on us. So, all right. Here goes nothing. So, 125, 123. They're going to inbound it. I assumed... Or no, Durant's finally in. I don't know why they didn't have him in earlier. So, Russell Westbrook. Yeah, wait. Okay, Durant. Oh, he's going to hit that, isn't he? No, he missed it. Wow. Just like that, we are advancing to the NBA Finals after we just beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pretty wild stuff. Absolutely insane. I'm so glad we're moving on. So now that we've beaten the Thunder in 6 games, we get to play the Chicago Bulls now, who have a good Derrick Rose, as we know, Luol Deng, Boozer, Joakim Noah. But again, as I've been saying, we have Steph on our side, so we have a chance at anything. So game 1 goes to us. We beat them by 2. Game 2, 2-0. Are we really just going to disrespect this Bulls team like that? 3-1? Are we going to just really beat them that easily? I did not expect to beat the Bulls this easily, but it's looking like that might be the case. And if we win here, I might just end the video on that note because, just end off on a good note. It only took us 3 seasons, but this is a close game, so I might even jump in and play the end of this because there's no pressure here. 110 and 110. Let me jump in and see if I can cook and win this. That would be kind of fun if I could come out here and close this game out for us. So, JaVale McGee, I'm going to inbound it to Stephen Curry right now. And let's see if I can actually play good for once. So, JaVale McGee is going to give me a screen. I have Stephen Curry on my side. Let's hit Batum in a wide open corner. And that's just too easy. 113 and 110. He was wide open. And that's how we do our offense. So Dame's not on the floor right now, but Derrick Rose, man. Prime Derrick Rose, as we all know, was all different. They're going to call a timeout. I'm going to see if Dame is not fouled out because I want to play him. So Damian Lillard is not on the floor right now, but we hit a 3 with Nicholas Batum. Great addition of free agency from us there. All right, so let's see. Did Dame foul out? So is he gone? No, he's not. He's right there. So we're going to put Damian Lillard in. So we're going to have our starting 5 in the game, which I like. All right, so let's see if we can close this out. Had OJ Mayo in before, but now Dame is in. Tobias Harris is in as well. All right, so... Or wait, did they just... Maybe they just changed what I don't know. But regardless, just focus up. Carlos Boozer has the ball. Caspi guarding him. Going to do a screen from Noah. I'm going to come up with McGee. I'm going to be there for Noah. Noah's trying to make something happen. Playing great defense so far. Derrick Rose trying to make something happen. Terrible deep 3. Noah's going to get the offensive board, though. And we're going to... Oh, my goodness. Hey, you know what? We're saying no to the free throw line. I can live with that. So, let's see those free throws. He's going to make the first one. Okay. All right. Fair enough. And does he make the second one? He does. So, it is a 1-point ball game. All right. So, we got both our offensive threats on the floor with Dame and Stephen Curry. Let's see if we can get another good, some more action going where we had a wide open shooter last time. I actually think we have Damian Lillard wide open, so I'm going to absolutely take that, and we're going to hit that. Now, I'm not going to lie. I believe this difficulty is extremely low, so that's why I just hit that shot, because obviously I missed the meter a little bit. So I'm not going to pretend that I'm very good at this game, but I kind of need the difficulty to be that low because I suck, as you guys know. But all good. So Tobias here is going to get the ball here. We might have a wide open Steph. Just kidding. Luol Deng closes out. I mean, we've had some wide open shooters, though. Dame was open again for a second. If he stayed in that corner, I would have hit him. They're going to double team me. You know what? Screw it. McGee 3. Imagine I hit that. I shouldn't have done that, but he was open. So McGee shoots a 3. Luol Deng is going to have the ball. He's going to hit a midi. He's going to hit that. Okay. Enough screwing around. We're up 2. Should not have shot that with McGee. I know better, but I was just feeling confident, I guess. Okay. Let's get a screen once again from Omer Caspi. We can maybe even have him fade because that man can shoot, as we know. So Caspi wide open, and we're going to hit that. So just like that, screen and pop, 119 114. This is looking good so far, and I think we might be going home with a championship. It's a 5-point game, beating them in Chicago. We're going to almost get a block in Derrick Rose, but the man is just too good. Derrick Rose is going to make this a 3-point game. So this game's not over by any means. We still need to hit a good shot, but we do have Stephen Curry. I might just get crazy here. Steph in the corner. Okay, once again, I'm screwing around too much. All right, so that did not work out. Derrick Rose is going to be wide open to the 3. Nope, he does not take the 3. Thank you, Derrick Rose, for not taking that. And Noah's going to get the offensive board. He's going to miss it, though. Another offensive rebound for him. He's going to have a wide open Kyle Korver, and he's going to tie it. No, he's not. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Ooh, okay. We fouled Luol Deng. I deserve this. I deserve this for screwing around. 119 116. Hopefully he misses at least one of them. He's going to make the first one. Let's see if he makes the second one. Second one. He's going to make it. Okay, so this is going to be a tie game here in a second, it looks like. But worst case scenario, we go to OT because I'm probably going to keep the ball the whole entire shot clock. We're going to call a timeout. All right, so I deserve this. I took a weird step back 3. I took a shot with JaVale McGee. But this is all to make the drama effect even more. So I'm not too worried just yet. All right, so let's get in there. Let's give the ball to Steph. And let's make them double team us. They took out Dame, which I just... no, they didn't. He's there. Okay, so 10 seconds left on the clock. I'm going to get a screen at 5 seconds, I think. Maybe even earlier. So let's go screen here. See if I can get a wide open shooter. They got good defense. Ooh, they just... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so... Good defense by Derrick Rose. They get a stop. I lost the ball there. That really sucks, unfortunately. So we go to OT. We go to overtime, and we'll see if we can close them out in OT. Now, obviously, I'm not going to play the whole OT. This should not be an OT, by the way. I just absolutely choked. So let's just go ahead and slow this down and see if we can win this one in overtime. If not, we go back home, and we've had the advantage in this series. But we are down 1 point, so 2 minutes left on the clock. We have the ball, only down 1. So I'm going to stop screwing around. We're going to lock in and see if we can end this game with a championship. I don't wanted to. We have a wide open Tobias. Why did I not have a shot meter? Okay. Well, I didn't have a shot meter there. That was kind of weird, but we missed a wide open 3. Kyle Korver is going to have the ball. He's going to take it down with Joakim Noah. We're going to get a stop, which is nice. We needed that. I'm I'm gonna hit it, Damian Lillard, and we can see, nope, okay. So nothing opened up there. Give me a screen, Mr. Tobias Harris. Maybe we have you fade. Maybe should have had you roll instead, but we're gonna have a wide open layup. Just kidding. It was wide open for a second, and now the shot meter is completely gone. I don't know what happened to it, but we'll have to try to do without it. Maybe there's something in 2K I'm not aware of. I don't play the game that often. They're gonna go to Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah, and that's just too open. So 131 to 128. All right, so we got to hit a 3. Is the shot meter going to pop back up at any point? No, it's not. I don't know what's going on. You know what? Maybe I just simcast the rest of this because this is just shocked as it is. So, I don't know what happened to my shot meter. Like I said, I don't play 2K. Maybe there's some momentum thing I'm not aware of. So we lose, but you know what? I'm not even really worried about it. Let's just go win one of the other ones. I played this too much, and now we got to see if we can win game 6. Now, this one's back at home. So it would be hilarious if I just blew this lead here, and it's looking like that might be the case. Oh gosh, bro. Did I just do what I wasn't supposed to? 139 to 118. All right, game 7. Let's lock in. We got to lock in. Game 7. This one's in Chicago. We're up 3-1 at one point. 2K, please don't do this to me. I know I've been fooling around too much, but don't do it to me. It looks like we have the lead right now. Okay, so we win. Okay, 119 to 109. Almost kind of sold there, not gonna lie. Steph Curry's your finals MVP. We win in 7. So Steph, Nicholas Batum, Omer Caspi. Could have kept going on, but you know what? I'm happy to end it there. I will cut out the overtime because I probably played pretty bad there, but at the end of the day, happy with the ending of winning a championship. I'm gonna end it on that note. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.